Hello there. We are back and we are going to go over in this second video how to add content to the Cabana theme. There you can see there are several sections here, so we're just going to add an event and then we're going to talk about services maybe in the next video. So let's go over events. So we see these events here on the front end of the site. We've got the home page here, and lo and behold, we have events. Alright, we've got, go on an adventure, a placeholder event, a super awesome adventure, another awesome adventure, one more awesome adventure. Okay, so we have all these cool things. So we're going to click through and look at them, and we have a little template here. Here's some information about the site. Here's some little hovering situations. Here's the title, and here's the image of the event, right? So it's 960, right, by 500. That's the size of the image, and it's resizing down to 580 by 302 because we've got this sidebar here and there's not a whole lot of room for it to be. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add another image. We're going to go ahead and add another event rather. So let's go here. We're in the logo slider. Let's go to here to the events, and we'll click and we'll look at all the events. We're just going to see what's here. Alright, so we can see some stuff. We've got some stuff going on. We're gonna actually click add new for the events, and we're gonna go, okay, we want to add another event. So what are we gonna call it? Who knows? Super, let's see, I think we already have super awesome event, so let's call it, just call it example event, just for this example event. So this is custom functionality. This is adapted from the team member stuff. So there's going to be some extra stuff here. If you don't want to see that, feel free to go here to screen options and click these guys off. We don't need to worry about that stuff. We want to keep team member image because that's where we're pulling that from. So here we go. We've got an example event, and this is going to be where this information shows up, right? This guy. We put that in here, so we're just going to use, I have a little lorem ipsum generator, so we're just going to use that. Okay, so generate some lorem ipsum. Okay, and there we have our content. This would be like, hey, come to our awesome event because it's so awesome, and here's all the things that happened. Now we go over here to event details, and we say, okay, well, it's an overnight event, deposit required, it's going to be some meals, we're going to have accommodations there, probably expecting some weird weather, not a camping event, but it is pet friendly. So we choose which ones we want, and then we go down here and we say, okay, registration form. Which one are we going to use? We have two forms, one for contact us, one for registration. So we click register now. Now we need to add a team member image. That's going to be this guy right here. It's really the event image, yeah? So we're going to do that here by hitting set featured image. And let's browse through the library. What do we have? So this image has to be at least this big, right? So it has to be at least, it has to be at least 580 by 302. If you look down in the corner, it'll be right down here. Okay, so and really we want it to be 960 by 500 if we can. Let's see, what do we have? This one's 686 by 496. Let's see if that will work. This is obviously a product image, so we're not going to use this in our final thing, but we'll use it for now, just to test it and see if it will work. See if this is big enough for what we're looking to do. So here we have this. We're going to go here and view event, and we're going to wait for it to load. And so here it is. Here's our image, and it was big enough because it's big enough for 500, right? So let's inspect element. So it's 686 by 496, no problem. It resized to 580 by 419, and it looks just fine. Cool, perfect. Let's go here and try a different image. Click on it to change the image. We just have to click on that, and then go to our. So let's try. What's this guy looking like? So 724. Let's try this one. This was 494. So we're going to click update here. We always have to click update when we make changes to this. And we are going to refresh this page. I'm going to see what happens. See if it works. Let's see, this is too small. This image when we uploaded it is too tiny, so it doesn't actually work. It didn't create a size for this because it's just not big enough. So we have to keep that in mind when we're uploading images. We have to make them, they have to be large enough to use. Let's see. So it looks like the minimum size that we can use for these is 500. Right, because this guy, let's see what this guy. This guy's 624. Let's check him out. See how he's doing. Alright. Update. And we're going to do this. Refreshing the page. Yeah, so the issue here is that it has to be at least 580 pixels wide in order to fit on this in this little section. Otherwise it's not going to work right. So that's something we need to keep in mind for this. And then as we can see, everything else is working. Yeah, one thing we can do is insert images into the content. WordPress allows for this. So we can find one of the images is too small, and let's say, let's make it a medium version of the image. We can insert that into the content itself, and we can say, let's see, we'll click here and we'll say left align this so that the text pulls up, and then we're going to pull that up, and that's going to create an interesting image in the content down in the description here. So here we've got, some content here and some this. We can even make that smaller. It's a little bit too big. So we go here, load, and we say use the thumbnail version of that. That's too big. So we go here and we say, okay, yeah, good. Let's refresh it. And there's a thumbnail. So you can left align these, you can right align these, you can put them down lower, you kind of push them wherever you want them to be. That's one way to get around the super small image. But yeah, if you want to use a big image up here, they have to be this size. So that's something you consider. And that is how you add an event. Here are search engine optimization details you can enter. And you can, in order to make these icons disappear, you simply just have to uncheck them. Check them or uncheck them. Yep, good. Don't forget to include a registration form, otherwise it will look weird. And this will be empty. Cool. That's how you add an event, and we'll move on to the next video. Over and out.